I'm Gabby Lamb.
And I'm Harper-Rose Drummond.
And you're listening to Tea Time, where we talk about the nastiest, dirtiest,
naughtiest, wildest secrets.
Enjoy. I better not fucking look over there and see you playing Miss Pac-Man on your iPad. Because you know what you do have? You have Miss Pac-Man vibes.
Ew.
You kind of do, though. How many times?
That's because I'm wearing overalls.
How many times did you play Miss Pac-Man?
Well, when?
Growing up, in your entire life. How many times have you played Miss Pac-Man?
Well, I can't count how many times because there was a period of my life where I went, I was in the trenches with Miss Pac-Man.
Are you lying right now? I feel like you're making lies.
No. My brother and I used to fucking play the shit out of that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
God, I fucking knew you have that vibe.
And Spyro.
Okay, but you already know that I love Spyro.
Well, now you know that I love it.
You played on the Sega Dreamcast.
No, but here's the thing.
What do you mean? No, yes, you would. That's what Spyro was on Sega.
No, because now you're saying a bunch of words. But here's the thing.
And none of those words are biblical. I just want you to know.
Okay, here's the thing. I think I just blacked out because I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. But here's what I do know.
Okay.
If I have Miss Pac-Man vibes, you have like the vibes of like someone that would stuff their comforter full of fleas instead of feathers.
Okay, but in terms of fucking video game vibes, what do I give you?
In terms of video game vibes?
What do I seem like I play?
That little phone game, Snake.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like
big snake vibes.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Tea Time. We didn't even do an introduction.
Who gives a fuck?
Welcome back to another episode of Tea Time with your hosts.
We don't need to do that because there's already an intro. There's already an intro.
Harper-Rose.
There's already an intro. There's already an intro. I hate when you do this. There's already an intro.
I am Harper-Rose Drummond.
No.
And standing in for the role of Harper-Rose Drummond.
Hi guys, I am Gabby Lamb today.
You fucking wish you were Gabby Lamb
Hey guys, I'm Gabby Lamb and I am a Neanderthal.
Yeah, okay, you fucking literally wish. I got canceled on TikTok this week. I also have a gigantic fucking butthole-sized cold sore on my lip.
She's not fucking lying, you guys. She does have a cold sore. It hurts so bad.
If you guys are watching this, you can see it. You can zoom in and you can see my cold sore. It hurts so bad.
Okay, cute. Anyway, you got smoothie on the cold sore, which it kind of acts like a reservoir.
You see it? You still there?
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
Yes.
The smoothie?
Don't say, oh, no, not the smoothie. You got the smoothie out of it.
Okay. Here's the next thing.
It's kind of like a second smoothie.
I'm heavily clad in makeup today because I've been watching the new hit series Pam and Tommy about Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee's relationship. And I've become very inspired by late 90s, whatever, Pam Anderson. That look was giving up my ass, sweetie. So I was like, you know what? I can be her.
And I am still on the fucking Cassie train because those little fucking gems that bitch puts on her eyes, I'm obsessed with. So,
okay, well, Pam Anderson is better. And although I look like a drag queen, Pam Anderson did not.
We were so fucking disrespectful to her in the fucking 90s.
We were. We all thought that she was a big fat fucking whore. She wasn't.
Well.
And now that we're older, we realize being a whore isn't a real thing. That was just something
actually fucking not.
No, because you know what? That was something that the patriarchy pinned on us to make us believe about ourselves. The patriarchy wanted us so badly to think that we were stinky fucking loose whores. But here's the thing.
Actually, that's fucking true because and it was just a fucking sex tape with her fucking husband and everyone had a fucking sex tape back then.
I made 700 sex tapes with all 110 of my boyfriends. I did exaggerate a little bit in that. But if any of that was to come out, hey, what's the difference between me and Pam Anderson, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, please let us know, you guys. What is the difference between Gabby and Pam? Because I can't fucking see it.
Thank you.
Except you did get really livid. So Gabby and we always get coffee and treats before we come here. And we were crossing the street and I go, okay, Miss Tits, because it was time to walk. And you're like, I'm not fucking Miss Tits. You're Miss Tits. And I was like, woo, okay.
Yeah, because I'm not Miss Tits.
It's a sweet little thing to say.
Yeah, but I'm not Miss Tits.
Okay, I didn't realize you were so sensitive about not being Miss Tits.
Miss fucking Tits.
But to me, you're like my titty queen. You're like my titty sis.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Words just kind of mean whatever.
You want to know what vibes are giving me right now?
What?
Larry David. really, you're hearkening Larry David right now.
Okay.
I don't even know if I use that word right, but I do like the word hearkening.
Hearkening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Larry David.
You're giving me...
Better be good. Why are you thinking so much?
Because it's hurting.
Well, it's because it's Pam Anderson.
Because I
You
ate
can't see
pineapple
outside.
and I'm about 15 seconds behind because I'm allergic to pineapple. But here's the thing. The vibe that you're giving me is honestly Seth Rogen from Pam and Tommy.
Okay. Honestly, iconic.
Yeah. That show is fucking iconic, even though it was made against her will. They still just can't get the concept of consent down, but...
No. And they never will, because as a human race, we never will. That's it.
Fuck off.
I just chewed ice.
Okay, wait. You and I had something cute happen this weekend. Gab and I did 3 shows together. And 2 of them were cute, and 1 of them was cursed.
Which one was cursed?
Rec Room.
Rec Room wasn't cursed.
Rec Room was cursed.
No, it wasn't. It was fun.
Okay. I didn't know. It was fun, but it was still, I think, just it was cursed compared to the other 2.
Rec Room itself as an establishment is cursed, but
That's
I didn't
what I'm saying.
Okay.
You always have so much attitude, and honestly, one day I'm gonna bring
my eyes are closed.
Yeah,
now my eyes are closed.
Here's the thing, you guys. I'm sorry that we're gonna start off like this, but Honk has her eyes closed, and nothing makes me more fucking heated, livid, and irate than when she closes her eyes. And I don't know why, but it's just, we all have our triggers. This is mine. I actually have to physically look away from you because I will actually ignite this fucking studio in flames. I fucking can't. Tell me when your eyes are open.
Yeah, they're open.
Okay, good. Stop looking at your hand. You're not on
because
acid.
I have a bruise here, and because I fucked up my finger. Anyway, okay.
No,
nobody gives a fuck about. Yeah, I
okay,
did.
I just want everyone to know she doesn't have a bruise on her finger.
Yeah, I literally have a bruise on my finger. I thought
you can't have a cold sore and a bruise. Gabby.
Yeah, well,
you
I have
to pick
all
one.
of it. I have all of it.
I can't.
I have all of it.
I fucking can't.
And I also have this like weird thing right now where my skin feels very like it hurts to touch. It's fragile. I'm just a fragile girl.
Ew.
So fragile.
A little delicate flower.
Delicate flower. So here's the thing.
No.
We watched our podcast back the last few days and I realized that I sound, and I don't know if this is me being too hard on myself, but I was getting bored of listening to myself. I was watching myself talk and I was like, this bitch has got to speed it up. She sounds fucking boring. She sounds bored. That's how, quite drab.
It was, well, here's the thing. You don't start off like that. I just think it's like you read a lot. It's a lot.
I do read a lot. As an intellectual, it's...
Well, but for this podcast is what I'm talking about. Yeah, because it's been 15 months and you still haven't given me back my book, Song of Achilles. So, tick, it's fucking clock, honey.
Yeah. So recapping the past episodes, I was like, this bitch has got to switch up the game a little bit. I got to have some more inflections.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm always talking. It doesn't matter. But
what you're trying to say is monotone.
Sure.
But I see when you're reading, to me, it doesn't sound monotone. But when we watched it back.
That's because you're fucking falling asleep while I'm reading. You're not even awake.
I think you're being hard on yourself, but
I feel like I sound boring.
I don't think you do. But
okay.
I think it's a good episode to switch it up. We're switching up the look. We'll just address that.
Yeah, we did switch up the look. Gabby is baby boy blue because she's my man. And then I am perfect in pink. Isn't that how you say it?
It is funny that you came dressed accordingly.
Honestly, I didn't even realize that we were doing this today, but it's just intuition.
So what we're doing today is we're switching it up a little bit. So Harper and I are going to switch off reading stories because I think it would be fun because Honk is usually the big reactor. But you know what?
But Honky has funny fucking reactions too that you guys don't really you don't get to see that funny side of her. I mean, you get to see...
What am I trying to say? The real me is what you're saying.
You guys just don't know Honky like I do. And now that we're mixing it up, you guys can finally know that sweet, sweet little Honk that I know.
Yeah. So we're going to switch up our little stories today. And let's just get the fuck right into it. The subject of today's stories is lengths you've gone.
How hard have you simped for someone? What lengths have you taken to get someone to like you?
Yeah. Exactly. What have you done? Do any stories come to mind for you?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Fuck. Okay, go.
Actually, unfortunately, they really do. I was super down bad for this guy named Carmelo that went to my high school. And we were complete opposites. And like in the movies, you know, that always works out. In real life, it did not. But anyways, he was like super into like punk and like, you know, taking down the military. I don't know. So then I got like really normal high school things. And so then I started listening to like a lot of the music that he was into. And I was trying really hard to be into it.
Like what? What was a band?
God, fuck. The Misfits.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, you know, taking a break from Mike
I love the
Posner.
Misfits.
And okay, you've never heard of them, but I was just trying to really.
If you want to scream, scream with me.
Okay.
These happy moments.
Carmelo would have loved you.
Moment.
But anyway, so
Fuck yeah, dude. They're fucking Misfits. Danzig. Yeah.
okay, honey, you don't need to try. He's not here. But anyway, so I was really into like listening to that. And then I hate a big part of my personality is I don't smoke weed. I don't like weed. But he hit me up one day just randomly being like, hey, do you want to come smoke with me? And I was like, yes, I do. And so then I just started smoking weed. He's like, have you ever smoked before? I'm like, yes, I have. And I literally looked up before hanging out with him. I Googled how to smoke weed.
You hadn't smoked weed before. How old were you?
I was like 16.
Yes. Yeah, I love weed.
I was like, yeah, I fucking love it. I smoke all of the weed, sir. And so then we would always hang out and smoke weed. And then I wouldn't even
become like a regular thing.
Yeah. And then he started dating this cool girl, Hannah.
And he never dated you?
Never dated me. No.
Did you guys ever hook up?
No, never.
Never made out?
Never made out, nothing. We started talking actually over the pandemic, just like, you know, like, oh,
you're just Blaze buddies.
Just Blaze buddy. Yeah, that was my brother. And then, but, you know, wanted to escalate it. And then, and then we started talking over the pandemic, just like sending each other funny memes or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know, I kind of had a mental breakdown and I was like, oh my God, he sent himself playing a song that I really liked back in high school. And then I was like, oh my God, was he in love with me this whole time? And then I was like, I had such a big crush on you in high school. And he was like, oh, I did too. And I'm like, oh my God. And then he was like, oh, but I'm seeing someone now. Bye. And I was like,
didn't you like invite him to come out and see us or stay with you?
What?
Didn't you invite him to come like stay at our place?
No, I was fantasizing about that.
Oh, you fantasized about that.
I was like, oh my God, he could come out here or I could fly out there. Oh my God, we can make this work. It's been 10 years in the making. Let's go. And then he said, oh, babes, I never liked you. And that's what we're doing. And I'm like, okay, bye.
Classic. Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, that rejection feels good.
I love that we're fucking
even the second time around.
Yeah. No, yeah. It seems to, if that's how it goes, that's how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah. But
words to live by. If that's how it goes, that's how it goes.
Did you ever do anything?
Some of you have heard of Gandhi. Well.
And now you've heard of Honky.
Now you've heard of Honky.
You keep those eyes open, so help me God. I know you want to close them, but please.
Links that I've gone to, Jesus fuck. I mean, besides the obvious staying in a relationship with somebody for too long in hopes that they'll want to be with you. There's a fucking chunk of time right there. Mm-hmm. If I just do everything he wants me to do, well, then he'll want to be with me.
Okay, something funny actually that we did last night was before we went to our show, I was like cleaning up my phone and I like found like some of these old texts from because Gabby and I became friends around the same time where we were both in relationships that were fucked up relationships. We wish. And so I was sending Gabby these texts of like how down bad I was for this guy. I'm like, even though we've been dating for 4 months, it's okay. You don't want to label. I just really like you. And then Gabby start sending me your fucking text.
Yeah.
Oh God. But isn't it so beautiful to see how far we've come? Like I would never fucking do that shit now.
It's crazy. Yeah. And I was just reading them. I read them back and I was like, damn. And then I was like trying to break it off and I was like, I really like you so much. And maybe we could like still be hookup buddies, but I don't know. And then he's just like, okay, no, like everything's all good, but like giving me zero emotion. I don't know. What else have I done to like impress guys?
Well, we all know Honk is a big Misfits fan, so what guy was that for?
But honestly, yeah, right. Honestly, that was probably for a guy in middle school because all the guys grew up with loved the fucking Misfits, and so like to be the cool girl.
I'm like, I'm big in the punk scene. I'm fucking huge in it. I love jean jackets.
Yeah. But now it's like such a part of my personality because I am just kind of like the chill girl. It's part of my personality.
Well, you fart on your dude now, so you're like very comfortable. You're very yourself.
Oh, I fucking blow farts on him. Whew. He got mad at me the other night. He was like, "Can you honestly please stop?"
Wasn't it Valentine's Day?
It was Valentine's Day. I was farting up a storm in the bed, and he was just like, "Oh, please stop." He's like, I can't. It smells so bad in here." And I was like, "Nah." I'm
Take
sorry.
it, King.
Yeah. You want to be my man? You have to put my fucking juicy farties. He hated it.
Not juicy fart.
What else have I done? I don't fucking know. But yeah, pretended. Oh my God. I remember I had a really big crush. One of my first big crushes was, funnily enough, on my friend Bryce, who is flaming fucking gay now. But before he came out, I was like obsessed with him.
Aww.
This was like the 8th grade, and we like started chatting over Instagram, or not Instagram, like AIM.
Mm-hmm.
And he listened to like the Dead Kennedys and fucking oh my God, the band. And there will be sorrow, and there will be Bad Religion.
Bad Religion,
yeah. He loved Bad Religion, and so I remember like knowing that and being like, I love Bad Religion too, and then downloading like one song on my iPod.
Isn't it so funny? It's like, or like if a guy's like, oh, I love The Sopranos. I'm like, me too.
Oh my God, how funny you mentioned that. Me too.
Like, oh, that's interesting. Keep talking, and it appears that's the same for me as well. It's like, okay.
I would carve his name into like the backs of chairs, and now he's literally a drag queen in New York. So we love to see it.
We do love to see it.
Shout out to Bryce.
Shout out to Bryce.
Hey, queen.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I guess, if I thought about it more, I could probably.
The dude that I was dating when you and I became friends, he fancied himself an intellectual. That used to be my type, was fake intellectual men, and I was just like, okay, here we go. But he was really into philosophy, and one time asked me, he's like, "What's your favorite philosopher?" And I was like, just fucking with him. I go, "Oh, Ariana Grande," and he got viscerally upset.
So funny.
And was like, "You can't honestly name one philosopher." And then I was like, I started, just because I felt under pressure, I couldn't. And I was like, no, it's Ariana Grande or nothing, sweetie. And then after that.
Who was a fucking philosopher?
Socrates?
I don't think I can name one. Yeah.
Socrates, they're all Greek.
Kant.
Whatever.
There's
Nietzsche, right?
Okay, it sounds like you do know philosophers.
Well, because here's the thing. After he broke up with me, I was like, I am going to learn all of the philosophers.
Yeah, no, you really do start like kind of manipulating your own personality in order to become like more palatable for people that you like.
That's why I feel like when you get kind of hung up on someone like that, it's really good to stay single for a minute, because you got to fucking touch, back in with yourself. You got to get back down to earth. I became who the fuck am I?
Right.
Because I don't know.
Yeah. I became like a fucking full-blown alcoholic when I was dating certain men, because I was like,
Honky,
I will drink them. I will drink as much as they drink to be the cool girl. And then you just end up like doing blow and staying drunk.
Yeah, I dated someone who's like, I just casually do acid. I'm like, I can do that too, babe. I'm the cool girl, babe. But it's like, sweetie, no, I'm fucking not.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not.
But life is so much more peaceful.
You're Miss Pac-Man.
You're not Miss Cool. I am fucking Miss Pac-Man. Run up.
Okay, let's get into it.
Okay, honey. So this first story.
So we're all simps, is what we're saying.
We're all fucking simps. Okay, this first one is cute. I'm French, so I'm sorry if my English is not perfect. I'm an actress, and 4 years ago, I took a summer acting class in Minsk, Belarus, as you might know. Belarus is the last dictatorship in Europe. Why have I been there? Long story short, but it was a reputed class created by a French organization. So we were a group of French people, and all our classes were translated by an interpreter. Anyway, we didn't have so much free time because of all the work we had to do, except one night. The last week before we got back to France, we decided with some friends to go out and have a drink. We went in a random bar. I asked for a cocktail, and the bartender looked at me, and wow, I swear, my heart started beating really fast. He was looking at me very intensely too. We couldn't take our eyes off each other. It might sound corny, but I was experiencing love at first sight for the first time. We spent the night together and the 4 last days as well. It was weird because he didn't speak French and I didn't speak Russian. And I know it sounds cliche, but we didn't need to speak to understand each other. Everything was so obvious. It's like everything finally made sense.
Whoa.
We loved each other. That means mans was hot. It was heartbreaking to go back to Paris after that. I felt like I was leaving the love of my life, but I didn't have a choice because of my visa. We decided to keep in touch and promised each other that we will meet again. I knew all that was risky, but we preferred to try making it real than let it go. We only made the promise to be honest towards each other no matter what. So I started to learn Russian. I saved money to go back to Minsk. Am I saying that right?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
Yeah, Minsk.
Who the fuck's Russian in here? You're Russian. Okay. Minsk. Okay. I saved money to go back to Minsk, and I did it for 2 days, only because my shitty boss didn't let me have more days off. Those days were wonderful. I knew everything was crazy, but I wanted to believe in us. He kept telling me he had never been in love like this, that I was the love of his life. That was crazy. When I came back to France, once again, it was heartbreaking. We kept in touch every day for 3 months, telling each other how much we loved each other, talking about our projects, learning to know more about each other, and one day, he just stopped. I tried to call him many times to call his bar, but nothing. He had me blocked everywhere. On Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. For a second, I told myself he had been kidnapped by the KGB.
Yeah.
LOL. But he had just ghosted me. I couldn't believe it. I wish he had told me that he wanted to stop rather than just ghosting me. This must have been the most painful breakup I've been through, but I'm happy I lived this love story, even though nothing makes sense in it. LOL. Anyway, I'm also a comedian in France, and I love your podcast. Bones. Okay, you know what? We're actually not going to read the French part, but I did translate it, and it says kisses from Paris, and kisses back to you, sweetie.
What the fuck? Ah! He just fucking, I thought there was going to be like a wrap up to that where it's like, and then we finally got in contact again. What the fuck?
You know you were in love if you're learning Russian for someone, because that language is fucking hard.
Where the fuck did he go?
Down some fucking other bitch's pants.
Whoa, that is so okay, that kind of shit really scares me though. Like, holy fuck, he just bounced. He just bounced on her tits and he was like later blocked you on everything.
Okay.
Savage.
Honestly, it's giving
okay, shit boy.
Okay, fucking sociopath cunt, because you don't fucking ghost someone who learns Russian for you.
Also very just like a bizarre
that you're talking every fucking day.
Yeah, that you're and you both have this like feeling, this mutual feeling when you meet each other that's like you feel like you're both like falling in love, da 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 da, and then he's just zaps out of nowhere. Have you ever heard from him ever again? Do you have any idea what happened to him? Did you ever create a burner?
It sounds like they didn't. It sounds like they never spoke again.
God, you should create a burner and see. No, that's bad advice. But like, I would
should call the KGB. Get his ass.
File
you don't
a missing persons report.
Well, you're not going to be with anyone, sweet boy.
Whoa. Okay. Also, go off for being a French comedian. If you know Gad, I love Gad. He's the man. That's my boy, Gad Omelette. But that's a wild fucking story. Ew. Have you ever had anybody just straight up do that to you? Just
straight up ghost?
Block, ghost, go bye-bye?
Like out of nowhere.
I don't think so. No. Have you?
No, I don't think so either.
Oh God, I just realized I've done this to someone.
You do that to everyone. You literally do that to everyone.
I do not.
Like, no, you'll do the fucking one night stand and then be like, "Hey, bye," and then you block them all.
One night stand. I had one night stand. Okay, 2. But here's the thing. I just don't need to fucking talk to you anymore after that. Like, it is what it is.
Oh, wow.
But actually, no. So I dated this guy for like 6 months and I was a virgin at the time. And then, I don't know, I just got stressed out. And instead of just communicating that, like, I mean, I was also like very young, but I was just like, okay, bye. And then I just blocked him on everything.
Wow.
So I got stressed out.
That's so savage.
Yeah.
Damn, girl.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But hey, at least now you know Russian. So
yeah. Honestly,
run up on another king.
It's a scary language. And I'll say it.
honestly.
Okay. All right, next one. Lengths I've gone and to no avail. This ended up being a lot longer than I expected, but I was going to send one of these after I started listening to your show. By the way, big fan of your collective comedy stylings. Thank you. Basically, this is how I've gone the distance for every woman I was ever genuinely interested in. Things to keep in mind. Black, 30, hopeless romantic, raised off of television and workaholic, parents' work ethic, approachable nerd, no writing manifestos unless it's for a streaming series.
This is him?
Yes.
Okay.
So he's explaining himself. He's describing himself. I learned to read at a super early age and learned to embrace my heterosexual orientation without insecurities so I can do my best to be a supportive ally for my friends and their loved ones. Okay, this guy is sounding like a king so far. Parents never got married. They split when I was 7. Dad had a lot of kids because he's irresponsible with his dick. I don't speak to him. My mom hasn't been in a relationship for decades, and she's hooked on 1950s gender norms and would also half joke about being annoyed and disappointed if I came home with a white woman. None of these lengths I've went through in the moments listed below ever resulted in an actual date, not a one. So I always remind myself that no one is at fault for not being attracted to me. People want who they want, just like I do. True chemistry can't be forced. It must be mutual, or it becomes a breeding ground for toxicity in the relationship. Dang, been there. So here are the lengths I've gone for a crush. In 2010, I've helped a pair of sisters move from basically LAX to Venice because I was crushing on the younger one since we were the same age. I would take buses and taxis to see this person whenever she needed me ASAP. We never dated.
Oh.
In 2018, I did a lot of pro bono photography and other artistic work across LA because I was really trying to impress my crush at the time when she needed new headshots. We never dated, and I met a lot of her now ex-boyfriends. They were mostly scum. Oh. Hell, in some cases, I looked past the obvious red flags because I was down bad and desperate to find someone. In 2016, while I was living in Pittsburgh with my mom and sisters, I asked out a high school classmate who constantly treated me like shit when she was in class with me. To see the Pittsburgh Symphony, I asked a high school classmate to see the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra perform the best of John Williams film scores: Star Wars, Harry Potter, Home Alone, Jurassic Park, etc. The orchestra went on strike the morning of the date and she ghosted me. Oh, Jesus.
Hardcore.
And she ghosted me when I tried to pivot to a different kind of date. Her only response, no thanks, sorry. Yet she still follows me on Instagram and looks at my stories, and we've never dated.
Then she's a fan.
That is like God interfering.
Yeah.
However, the top cringeworthy story was during the late 2012 in Culver City when I was crushing on a woman in film school, and she didn't want to be anything more than friends. She got a boyfriend who was probably the definition of just some guy and asked me to tutor him in a class we shared after he missed a few classes to work on his short film to graduate. I tutored him at my best friend's apartment to catch him up on the creative writing class assignments he missed. It was so painfully awkward that the moment he left, my friend and her boyfriend groaned loudly about how painful it was to watch me teach him because of how stilted he was and how obvious it was that it pained me to tutor him. So he's tutoring his crush's boyfriend?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's brutal.
The single through line of all the stories is that I make myself available to the women I'm interested in for whatever they need in the hopes that maybe we could go out for a coffee date. Never happened. I've also taken serious steps to progress my personal and emotional growth and to value my self-worth to ensure I don't become as irresponsible with my penis as the joke I'm forced to call dad, nor end up like the swarms of sloppy fuck noodles that my female identifying friends regularly complain to me about. No. I've sanded down the parts of myself that I thought were too clingy and no longer go any lengths for anyone's besides friends. I have only been on 3 dates, with 8 years separating the first 2 dates.
Damn.
To having no dates since 2019, I've even failed to get a match, let alone a date. on 6 dating apps during both years, 2019 and 2021. Even in person, I'm turned down, or I'm seen as a friend or a surrogate brother.
Ew.
While I still believe in the power of love, it's become a one-sided dynamic of disappointment and pain, and I am so tired. I am 30 years old, and I'm retiring from being the consistently hopeless romantic. I also just realized that it's 4 a.m., and I've been writing and rewriting this for several hours during Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Stop!
So I'm having a shot of whiskey. Oh, thanks for reading. Thanks for reading any and all kind of this and all of this. Regardless, I hope love finds you 3 in whatever form that helps all of you feel the most at peace in your lives. Sincerely and respectfully, the former romantic.
Oh my God.
You angel.
You are so pure.
You're so.
That made me tear up.
Oh
Straight
my
up tear up.
God.
He looks very cute too. He looks very cute.
Let's see. Let's see.
I mean, it's a very small picture,
honey.
but
I want to hang out. It seems like we'd be friends.
yeah, you guys have the same vibe.
Yeah.
Wait.
100%
Oh, I
the same
know
vibe.
who this is.
Really?
Oh my God. Shut the fuck up.
You know who that is?
I know who the fuck this is. Fuck off. You are not going to be.
I'm the hopeless romantic. Oh, brother.
Brother, shut the fuck up. You are so cute and fun and social.
Really?
Well,
And
there's no way-
talented.
there's no way you can make all that up.
No.
Okay.
I 1,000,000,000% believe that every single word and every single thing in here is 100% how he feels.
Mm-hmm.
I am just not going to acknowledge it as truth because
You're saying you see his worth.
yes, I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've met him before. No, he's sweet. Here's the thing. Are you a little awkward? God bless you. You're a little fucking awkward.
Aren't we all?
But here's the thing. I fucking am. I'll just walk away in conversations when I feel awkward because I don't know how to dismiss it. I'll be like, ha ha ha, and then just walk away.
You know who else is very awkward, but also is so good is your brother. You know, I could see how girls would be like,
Oh, I don't get it.
and they wouldn't want to date him, but like once you get to know Eli, I'm sure as you know, you are like, yeah, he's a great fucking guy.
Yeah.
And you're like, would I fuck him? Yeah. I'm speaking on behalf of you.
I know you. I know you are. So, Mom, if you're listening, you're learning a lot today.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just, you know,
What?
What? Yeah, Lee?
he's a fuckable brother.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I would never do it. But
Respectfully.
To lean into it.
I mean, I don't understand why I'm the bad guy for saying that I have a fuckable brother.
No, I don't think you're the bad guy. I think Lee's making it weird. But I
Yeah,
don't
Lee,
think-
you're making it weird.
Oh, I'm making it weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gabby has a fuckable cousin,
So fuckable.
primed for fucking.
Yeah, but he out there slinging dick. He gets all the fucking baddies.
Yeah.
He has to be. he gets fucking baddies. His fiance, prime queen.
Prime queen.
Big ol' ass. We talked about this last episode.
And we're going to talk about it on the next one as well.
We'll
So
talk
tune back
about it
in.
every episode.
Yeah.
James, you got a fucking bad D. If any of y'all are wondering, her name is DeLacy. Look her up.
Look up
That's my
her
cousin's
music because
fiance.
she's getting cousin dick. She's getting record deals. She's getting everything.
She a fucking baddie. So what we're saying is,
Basically,
This is
here's
very
the thing.
cute.
Don't give up. I do believe that you're doing something right where like you don't need to extend yourself because again, it all comes down to fucking boundaries. It's like
and as soon as you stop, that's when shit'll start popping off.
I read somewhere, I forget where I read this, but basically it's like when you're single, you shouldn't look at it like you're in a waiting room. You shouldn't be just like,
When will someone come and love me?
like
Yeah.
just keep going about your business, stay busy.
It sounds like that's what he's doing now.
Yeah, that is good.
And as soon as you tap into that, like, I'm worthy mentality, and you're not like chasing these fucking bozos, then that's when a fucking big ass baddie is gonna come in and suck your dick to high heavens. I swear to God. She's gonna fucking suck and fuck, glurp and gargle, and just for the rest of your life.
I just blacked out and was thinking of Pac-Man, but I'm sure that what she just said is something
It's
that I would stand by.
100% true. It's 100% true. You seem cute and capable and very smart.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get somebody to gobble gobble gobble.
And here's the thing. My only advice is like, well, I've given a few bangers today, but I think that what you need to do is just be like very like socially aware. And then if like someone is like, you know, not really giving you proper energy or like not reciprocating the energy that you're giving, kind of see yourself out of that conversation or social situation. And I think that'll be good.
I listened to this whole thing yesterday on NPR. Please. So smart.
It was Kids Bop. Okay.
I was listening to this podcast called Hidden Brain, and they were talking about
You love that one.
I love that one. And when I start talking about it, I immediately forget everything that I've learned. But what I did hear, it was about how people perceive us. And like the biggest thing, we're always afraid of like, oh, what is somebody thinking about me? Da, 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 da. And usually most of the time, it's like they're feeling the same feeling in a way. And it's like just to communicate and tell people like how you feel.
Yeah, oh, you told me this. Yeah. You were like, energy is fluid. So chances are if like you're feeling like wait, was that what you said?
I don't know, probably. Who knows? Sounds pretty good.
The likelihood that somebody else is feeling what you're feeling is high. So just try to
communicate it. You just talk. You just tell somebody, or else you're just yeah.
Okay. There was a girl I hit it off with in one of my comm classes on my first day of college. How it works is if classes fill up, you have to show up and crash the class on the first day and hope someone doesn't show up in order to get a spot. She had mentioned to me that she was annoyed because she had to go crash a chemistry class, and I had lied and said I had to also, and went with her as an attempt to keep this non-existent spark alive. We walked to the class together, and one spot was open, and they enrolled me in the class I never had to take. She didn't get the spot. At that point, I was too deep with the lie, and I'm pretty sure she had to do an extra semester of school because of it. I dropped it by week 3, and she found out. Didn't talk much after that. I am a horrible person. Oh, that's fucking funny. Jesus. Okay, so you took Miss Girl's class. And here's the thing. I know who wrote this, and you are not a chemistry person, so God bless you. But
wait, so she liked that person?
No, a guy wrote this, and he liked a girl. And so they were trying to sign up for a class. Okay, honked associated when I was reading.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you honestly did.
What the heck?
Honk, because you were playing on your iPad. But here's the thing. He liked this girl, and she was like, oh, I have to go try and get in on this chemistry class. Like, I really need to take it. And he was like, oh, me too.
And he didn't have to.
No. So that's the gag. He didn't have to. And then when they both arrived there was one spot left. And so he got the spot that was supposed to be for her. And then she had to do an extra semester of school.
Why did he get the spot over her?
Because he was just there and he was following through with the lie.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I like that he kept up the lie for 3 weeks and then was like, oh, fuck it, I'm out.
That's so funny.
That is fucking funny.
Fuck. And it resulted in nothing.
And truly nothing.
In her having to take an extra semester. It was only her loss.
But hey, at least you knew she was where she was going to be for an extra allotted amount of time.
Really did
you could have planned some run-ins.
Well, he didn't.
Now this guy is a DJ, so I'm sure you have no problem meeting the ladies.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
DJs, if somebody was like, I'm a DJ, I'd be like, okay, fucking okay, bye.
God, when I was 21, this DJ walked up to me in a fucking dirty ass fucking bar by UCLA, and he goes, I can't remember if I made out with you or your friend. And I was like, it was my friend. And I just want everyone here to know it was me.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
What?
Anyway.
Yeah.
That was his opening line, though.
That was his opening line. I just took off one of my fucking
the fucking cojones on that one.
I know.
Huh. Okay, that's quite a thing. All of that's quite a thing. That's my reaction.
And it's a big one at that.
All right, next one.
Okay.
I was 20 and dating a crack addict, and I was pretty sure he was going to disappear for a week on a binge with his ex. So, in an act of desperation, I took a kitchen knife and stabbed 2 of the tires on my own car.
I thought you were supposed to say yourself.
Me too. I proceeded to call him for help, making up some story about how my tires popped and I couldn't leave the house. He didn't really seem to care until I mentioned that I wanted to drive to the city where his dealer lived. I even told him I'd buy him a rock if he helped me. Well, what they say about crackheads is completely true. Within 20 minutes, my shit was fixed and we were on the road to buy him some crack. My first and only experience being around that situation, by the way. We got back to my place and I watched him smoke the crack, pick the carpet for dropped pieces, check the window repeatedly for police cars, and try to fuck me with a penis that just couldn't stay hard. Watching him act the way he did on crack definitely persuade me not only to dump him, but to never want to try the shit out for myself.
Boring.
Huh.
Okay.
Huh.
You didn't like how that king was acting when he was cracked out?
I also love that was like the final straw. It was like after watching him smoke crack when she was like, maybe I don't like him anymore.
Let me see it, babe.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh my God. But love is blind. Love is
fucking, no, I've seen some men do some things and I'm like,
I'm glad that you
Yeah,
dumped
a
him though.
little bit
I'm so
longer.
glad you dumped him right after that and didn't do crack, because the way that story could have gone would be like, well, and then I decided to do crack to impress him.
and then I hit daddy's pipe for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
Yeah. So honestly, you came out of that winning. That's so scary. Oh,
The drug guys always start off so fucking fun, and then it just turns into shit like that.
and then next thing you know, they're on crack.
Next thing you know,
Trying to fuck you with a limp fucking dick.
they're trying to put their fucking wet spaghetti noodle somewhere that it doesn't belong.
All right. Well, that's fucking wild. You want to do the next one?
Yes, Gabby, I do. Okay. Hi, honks. After writing this, I realized how long it is, so I do apologize for that. Before I start, I just want to say I love your podcast, and it's the only thing that gets me through my work days. LOL. Much love, and don't ever stop. That phrase triggers Gabby.
It does.
Thank you, Queen. Not me, though, because I'm secure. Now for my story about the 2 years I wasted on Car Crash Girl. FYI,
Was this written by a man?
this is written by a girl.
Okay. Not
Now for my story about the 2 years I wasted on Car Crash Girl. FYI, I'm gay. Not that it matters, but I didn't want that to be mistaken for a guy. Clown emoji. Now, this all happened my sophomore and junior year in high school. I'm now 18 and in college. I was dating one of the popular
you're
girls. And honey, I was dating one of the popular girls who was a grade above me, and things were great. I was on top of the world. LMFAO! Not for long, though. About a year in, she started acting weird. Now, I don't know if this was being caused by some undiagnosed mental illness or something, but it's like she turned a switch and started losing her shit. It might sound dramatic, but you can tell when someone has something really wrong with them. LOL. I guess I just ignored it at the time.
Love is blind.
Honey, it is. She would gaslight me and literally make up shit that never happened, blaming it on me. I was so fucking confused. It was like Jekyll and Hyde up in this bitch. Okay, you're funny. Anyway, she started getting more erratic and just acting weird, but I didn't really think much of it since I was in love. And I told her it was okay and that I didn't care. This continued for another 6 months.
We always do that.
I know. This continued for another 6 months. And by that point, I was used to dealing with it and wanted to continue being in the relationship. I should also mention that I live in the Midwest and we have atrocious winters up here. Then one shitty winter day, we were hanging out at my friend's house and she wanted to go to CVS or something to pick up makeup. I said sure and hopped in her car and off to CVS we drove. Keep in mind, the roads were complete ass and were extremely icy. We get to CVS, she goes in and gets her makeup, comes back out, sits down and says, "What if we crash tonight?" in a joking way. And I laughed it off with no thought. We start to head back to my friend's house and I get this weird, uneasy feeling. We get about 2 minutes away from my friend's house and she's about to turn and we slide on the ice and T-bone the fuck out of a van. I had never been in a car crash this bad before and didn't know what to really do. So we are sitting there in her now totaled car, which is smoking, music still blasting, just speechless. I say to her that we need to get out and she says, okay. Then this bitch decides it's the right time to pass out in the snow she's getting out. So I have to run and pick her up and carry her back into the car.
Why did you pass out?
The car we hit was some annoying bitch from my school. So that was fun to deal with. LOL. Anyways, it was a mess and our parents had to come get us and take us home. She was scared to drive after that happened, and I would spend hours comforting her, saying it was okay. She didn't have to drive if she was scared. You know the deal. I was actually being a good girlfriend. Now, I don't know if this girl purposely crashed her car, but thinking back on it, she might have, and I don't even know why. It still bugs me what actually happened that night. Anyways, we stayed together about another 6 months until I found out she was cheating on me.
Yeah.
Oh, also fun fact, before she crashed with me in her car, she had totaled 2 other cars and she was 16. Why did nobody take this bitch's license away? Damn. Looking back on this entire experience, I cannot believe how far I went for this girl, just for her to shit all over me. Just to summarize, I let her gaslight me, treat me like shit, total her car with me in it, and cheat on me just because I wanted to stay in the relationship. Moral of the story, don't go the length I did just to keep a relationship together. Haha. But also, what I did, I fucking know I was just a little honk with no dating experience. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed. Love you guys. P.S. Also, please get Shauna Ray on the show. I would die.
Yeah, me too. Wait, okay, that's what happens when you fucking date 16-year-olds. She was 16?
Yeah.
And was this other girl 16 or 18?
No, there was a girl who was like a year older than her.
Okay.
And now she's 18.
Oh my God.
Okay, Miss Funny Cute Queen, you know we don't judge you because you are a baby honk, but oh my God.
You are a baby honk. It's so funny thinking about like dating that young of people. Like her brain isn't even like at all she still has a tiny infant brain.
You're still just a sweet little baby.
Wow. But also, I don't know. Are you at all the same person you were when you were 16?
There's obviously some similarities, but no. I was so fucking shy. I couldn't even speak in class. I was too shy.
Mm-hmm. I'm just wondering, like, is she gonna always be the shitty of a girl? Or is it just
I see what you're asking. I see what you're asking. I think on a fundamental level, I am still the same person I was at 16. Like I still have like, I think people can change to an extent, but I think like, I don't think you can change the core of who you are.
I don't know. I wonder if she's gonna grow up to be like a shitty ass bitch. Because I think about some of the girls that I was really close with when I was 16, some of like the monsters that kind of like have traumatized me. And they're still, as much as they've changed, they're still that fucking
fuck off. Yeah, there's still
nasty bitch in there.
Oh, snake bitches for sure. But for this girl, like she was like, oh, I wonder if she totaled the car on purpose. I would say, yeah, if she totaled 2 other cars. Because here's also the other thing.
Why would you total it on purpose?
Because when she totaled it the first time, she got attention. Maybe this girl had like a bad home life, or maybe she didn't get attention. And also she's gay in the Midwest. That's already hard enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeehaw.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's nothing to do out there except fucking eat like cheese and French fries and build a fucking snowman with your dad's best friend, Carl. I don't fucking know. So it gets a little fucking lonely out there. So if you have to date a girl who totals your fucking car, I get it.
That's a good point.
Wow.
And also not her going,
well, what if we crash tonight?
It's
like it's fun.
Yeah. It's not fun.
Yeah. Also weird thing to predict, I guess. Which does make you think, like, did she do this on purpose?
Mm-hmm.
What you say with her? Because you were young.
Because you're young. But it's also like, I mean, you really, like, when you're fucking in love with someone, like, just really, like, deeply in it, and you're making them, like, the soul, like,
as we'd say in recovery, higher power.
Yeah.
When you make other people your higher power.
Yeah. Then that's where you're getting your light from.
I sure did that with Diesel Duncan when I was 16.
Is that the one with no teeth?
Yeah. He didn't have any back teeth. He was addicted to crystal meth. But I was like, this is my man forever and ever and ever.
We prank called him before.
No, I don't have his number.
Wait, what was the one that we prank called?
I don't know. Not Diesel. I wish I had
Not
his
Diesel?
number. I'd prank phone call the fuck out of him.
I swear I thought it was Diesel. Okay.
No.
Well, if someone is from Oceanside and knows a guy named Diesel with no back teeth.
No back teeth. I remember
send us that number.
We were like, I was like 15, I think, 15 and a half. And he was wasted driving and he crashed into a gate. But I was in the car with him and I was like, whatever, it's fine. That's my daddy.
man's handling it.
My man, yeah, he's all fucking wasted and on meth. I was like, that's my man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was your man.
That was my man. All right. We got one more.
Okay.
It's longy. We got time?
Yeah.
Damn, bitch, you read a fucking novel? All right. We met in 2019. I was his Lyft driver and he was my passenger.
Okay, I know this romance very well.
Yeah, I'm sensing this is a movie plot.
Mm-hmm. Someone get A24 on the fucking line.
Yeah. Okay. I was attracted to him immediately. Can we put some like romantic music behind this when we edit it?
Sure.
Beautiful, like
try.
like a fairy romantic. Okay, whatever. I was attracted to him immediately, but learned he had a 4-month-old child and was separated from the mom. I was down to just hook up because that baby mama shit's messy. That one-time hookup turned into a saga about how I ended up flying cross-country multiple times on my own dime to simp my ass off and ultimately get totally disrespected and heartbroken. We hooked up the first night we met and continued casually hooking up for a few months. Eventually, he fell off the map. I couldn't get a hold of him and I never heard from him. I kind of shrugged it off and figured he was trying to patch together his family, which I respect. A few months later, we reconnected on Facebook. I found him and messaged him first. The first thing he said to me was, "I was just talking about you last night. Me and my buddies were talking about who's the person we've had the best sex with." Wow, what a compliment.
I love how emotionally like vulnerable men can get.
Yeah. Just thinking about you last night. Me and my buddies were fucking talking about the best pussy we ever got.
Yeah, your pussy stayed on my memory.
Yeah,
okay.
I love your pussy. He told his friends that I was the person he'd had the best sex with. Ugh. We started talking again. All kinds of shit had gone down with his baby mama, and now he was living in Michigan. We were joking about me flying out there just to fuck. But since I was making mad pandemic money, I know I miss it. This was the summer of 2020, a glorious summer. We were all fucking rich. I had money to blow. I booked a ticket to go see him. We'd go out on the lake with his friends and drink and swim, and then at his house, we'd watch movies and cook dinner and, hang out with his child, who was now like 2 years old. His kid liked me a lot, and I liked her. But I knew this was just a casual thing, so I wasn't trying to insert myself as a stepmom. Kids are terrifying. In retrospect, I wish I'd taken into account the child's potential feelings and attachment, and I shouldn't have even gone up there in the first place. When I went back home, we were messaging all day, every day. We FaceTimed once or twice a day. His kid would ask to FaceTime me. Aw. I went back a second time and stayed for like a week. We did all this cute shit like caught lightning bugs in our pajamas and watched fireworks and went swimming down a crystal clear river. I loved it and I loved him and I loved his kid. After I came home from that trip, we started talking about me canceling my plans to go back to school and move up there instead. I should mention at this point that he was out of work because of COVID and had no money saved because of poor planning. He'd worked for 12 years as a mercenary Marine and had made hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. He blew it all partying after each deployment because he expected to die during his next deployment. God, that's a scary fucking reality.
Jesus.
When he was in America, he would work as a bartender, and then once or twice a year, he would go off to some obscure corner of the world and train armies how to fight. Now, none of that was happening, and what little savings he did have were sank in a restaurant that failed and in court fees for custody with the baby mama. He had nothing except what little unemployment came in every month because of COVID. I left him a couple $100 each time I went and visited. While I was there, I'd cook and clean his whole house, give him massages, give the kid baths, and help out however I could. All his friends liked me, and his kids started calling me Mom. Whoa. Which he tried to correct her to call me Aunt, which is super weird too, and it was just really awkward and still makes me absolutely cringe. A few months went by like this, and eventually I couldn't visit anymore. I was going to start school. I didn't end up moving there, thank fuck. We were still in communication all the time. He expressed that he had big, serious feelings for me. He asked to borrow $300 and was so ashamed of asking me to borrow money. Of course, I sent it to him. A few weeks later, I reciprocated that and told him I had feelings for him and didn't feel comfortable having sex with other people because I felt so strongly about him. He wigged out completely and told me we were just friends.
I wish you could give a dictionary to every single man in the world. The only word in this dictionary would be the word friend, because they don't ever seem to understand what that actually is.
Insane. I was shocked at how he reacted and started to distance myself from him and reassess the situation. We started talking less and less. I uninvited him to a friend's wedding and started seeing other people. We were on the phone one day and he passive aggressively let me know that he knew from a friend that I was seeing other people.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
That phone call ended abruptly, and I messaged him later that night saying I didn't appreciate the passive-aggressive jealousy, and if we're just friends, why does he give a fuck who I'm dating? He didn't respond. I went to sleep. At 6 a.m., I woke up to 10 to 20 missed calls. I sleep with my phone on silent, and paragraphs from him going off about how karma is going to get me and essentially calling me a whore. Honestly, I wish I'd been charging his dumbass for everything I was doing for him this whole time. He ended it by telling me, "Fuck off, you disgust me." I was so jarred by those words that I didn't respond. No one has ever talked to me like that because no one should be talked to like that. We haven't talked since, except a brief text I sent asking if he was going to pay me back the $300 he asked for, to which he responded, of course, with interest, just waiting for this check to hit the bank. Never got paid back, never heard from him again, blocked him on everything, and changed my number just for good measure. Whoa. I started going to therapy after that because I recognized I always get into fast, explosive relationships that get me into some really tough situations. I figured the culprit can't always be the other person. And if I keep getting into these crazy waste of time situationships, well, the common denominator is me. Okay, therapy, yes. Anyway, he had childhood trauma from being abandoned by his mom when he was like an infant, and he's scarred from his dating life because he always gets left. He lashed out at me like that, forcing me to abandon him too. And that's on repeating love patterns that we learn from our relationships with our parents.
Yep. Okay, so the queen has been doing the work. Jesus.
I hate this guy. I mean, okay, I don't hate him. I would like.
No, you don't hate him because here's the thing. But what he did was shitty, 100%.
Well, it's just also like the gaslighting of all of that too, you know? And then the whole thing, like the kid started calling you mom, and then he's like telling you that he has big feelings for you. Then you tell him, "Oh my God, we're just friends." What the fuck? This guy's and then why is he getting jealous if you're seeing other people? It's just gaslighty, narcissistic.
It's selfish because it's you're like wanting to have everything be on your terms.
Yeah, it's very much giving Kanye.
Honey.
Wow.
The fucking narcissist, man.
And now he's that daughter. And see, when I was reading that, I was thinking about like, what was the story with his ex? Like, what if you could interview her? What would she say about him?
Okay, I wish it was fucking normal to ask. Like, okay, yes, because it's like for job interviews, they're poking around in your fucking past, asking your former employer, bitch, what does that have to do with this? Exactly. So I'm coming into your new life. Why am I the fucking weirdo? Why am I the fucking lunatic for wanting to know what the fuck happened? And that's great. You're telling me your story. You're trying to fuck me. I know you're going to tell me how it ended, like from,
your perspective,
a picture perfect, like that's like
she was crazy.
Oh, she was a cunt. Was she?
What did you do to her?
Yeah.
There was this app a while ago that was like, you could go on and like read people's ratings, like what people who had like fucked them or dated them.
What
people
the fuck
would
is
rate
that?
them.
That's so funny.
I don't know.
We need to bring that back.
Yeah. People like girls would like anonymously upload pictures of these guys and be like, I fucked him. This is how he treated me. Blah, 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 blah.
God.
What a good app. What a great app.
That's a fantastic app.
A Yelp. It's a Yelp for people.
I mean, the last two people that I've dated, I wanted to reach out to their ex. I had so many questions. I was like, I'm not even trying to be a fucking hater. I'm like, I just have
who is this person? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, did they do this to you? Like,
yeah.
Damn. Well, sorry, Miss Girl, that you had to go through that.
Those are the lengths that people have gone.
Those are the fucking lengths. You really learned that we are a lot more patient than we should be a lot of the time.
I think, just to wrap it all up, women are obviously superior.
Here's the thing. Whenever Gabby says that in the group chat that we have with my brother, it makes him irate.
He hates it.
He starts like fuming. And
I also love when you say that and then like men are like, oh, so you're going to perpetuate the sexism then. You're perpetuating the sexism, a double standard. If a man said that about a woman.
If a man said that about a woman, you're already saying that you already think your actions depict that. Now, here's the thing about me.
The world is built for you.
For you. Now,
by you.
I don't like it when men are like, well, then you're a sexist. Well, bitch.
Good.
Nice to meet me, sweetie.
Yeah.
I fucking am.
Then I fucking am a sexist.
I fucking am, sweetie. Also, I just have one last thing to say before we wrap this up.
Yeah.
I know we started us off, being a little spicy, but I just want everyone to know that I fucking love my honk.
Yeah, I love my honk.
I fucking love my fucking honk.
Yeah, I love my fucking honk.
You could say that I love my fucking honk.
If there's one thing you could honestly say, fuck, of all the things in the world that I could say, the one thing I would say is that I love my honk.
Here's the thing. I would rather you put 15,000 live bees down my esophagus, duct tape me all of my orifices, and throw me in a fucking washing machine and put it on high blast than you say, I don't love my fucking honk.
Are you serious?
I'm being dead ass.
15,000 bees?
Yeah. Not one less, not one more.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, you could throw me into a muddy fucking, I'm trying to think, like, what's a really disgusting substance? Like a tar river. So uncomfortable, boiling hot tar river. Throw some fucking dirty nails, rusty, dirty nails, needles too. Fuck it. Needles, nails, tar river, bubbling. So just so hot. And also throw shit at me. Just shit into your hand, throw it at me. You could do all that to me before you would get me to say that I don't love my honk.
And that's that. So I hope that cleared everything up that you guys were wondering about.
So don't let the rumors be true that we don't love our honks.
We fucking love our fucking honks. We're fucking honk central.
Oh, and then next week I'm going to be at the Comedy Zone in Charlotte, North Carolina with my mans Felipe Esparza. And then March 5th, I'm going to be at Jam in the Van with Crystalia. See you guys there.
And on March 5th, I'm going to be turning 29 and I'm going to be with my brother because that's my only other friend. March 5th is my birthday.
Well, I've got a show for you to come to.
Honk, we'll talk later about that. Anyway, if you guys like this podcast, subscribe to our YouTube, please. Honey, don't make me fucking beg. I'm in overalls.
Yeah, subscribe. Join us on Patreon because it helps us help you. It helps us help you.
Where are we looking? Here's the thing. I don't know where to look, but I do know that you should subscribe to our Patreon.
Where we spill actual really good tea. Well, it's all actual really good tea, but we just get a little bit more intimate on
And
there.
you know what, Lee? I think I name dropped some people today. Don't even bleep it out because you want to know what? I fucking said what I fucking said with my full fucking chest.
Okay.
Who did you name drop?
Don't even worry about it. Okay, bye guys.
Bye.